And in this second line indicates a phalam, Gnana phalam. It's a very unique thing. It's a very unique thing that accepted by some philosophers. Other accepts mukti after death. This Vedanta only is a philosophy which talks about Jivan Mukti. While living, one can never be free. One has all kinds of dependencies, all kinds of emotional issues, varieties of the experiences are there, and that too, definitely, if they are all pairs of opposites. So, success, failure, and then, well, definitely, mana, apmana, etc. And all these kinds of things are there. And so, it creates a varieties of the emotions, emotional disturbances in the mind. And in that case, how can you say the person is free? Any disturbance in the mind means you are not free. Because the external situation has created a impact on you. And therefore, definitely, you are not free. So, this Jivan Mukti is something really, it's a very unique concept in Vedanta. And there are several doubts. That's how even Ramanujacharya ji and the other philosophers, they say this Vedanta talks about something which is not, Vedanti, Kevaladvaiti. Kevaladvaiti talks about, because they are also Vedantin. Kevaladvaiti talks about something which is impossible. One can be free after death, going to certain place and, Vaikuntha, etc. So this thing is not possible. So explaining Jivan Mukti is a bit difficult task and it is going on right now. What is this Jivan Mukti? with certain features as though the person is bound, seems to be there and yet the person is free. That is that process of explanation, that is very, very difficult task. But Vidyaranya has begun that. So anyway, there seems to be a contradiction. It's actually not a contradiction. Normally, world has a capacity to give you experiences, and it is there for a Gnani both, and so to the human beings. So by that world, well, evokes this world, by giving experiences, evokes a certain responses from the individual, both at a physical level and even at the emotional level, mental level. This is the function of the world, to give you experience and generate responses in you, whether you are Gnani or Ajnani. Then the question is, Gnani through Jnanam comes to know that Mithyatvam of experience. Then is this Mithya world capable of generating experiences and evoke responses from Gnani? That's the question. As before, when he was Ajnani, he was also experiencing world, but then all responses were possible. But now, being a Gnani, he understands everything Mithya. Then how can a Mithya thing create a response in terms of a pleasure pain in his mind? Physically it's okay. How can it create? Looks like it should not be. It looks like it should not be. If it creates a certain response towards a pleasure or pain, favorable, unfavorable situation, then definitely he is considered the whole thing as a real. And in that case, he doesn't have a jnana. So that is a question, very serious question. So suppose Upanishad says that Mithya world, loses a capacity to give a experience and evoke responses from the Jnani, then there is a big problem. What big problem? We have one law. Prarabdasya kshayat bhogah. Bhogat kshaya. Prarabdasya bhogat kshaya. This prarabdha of a jnani, it goes away only by bhoga, only by experiencing and evoking response. Experience will be there, but that is not prarabdha kshaya. When you experience an object creates a pleasure, punya kshaya. When you experience an object creates a pain, papa kshaya. Naturally. So it should evoke a response from the mind. Otherwise, there is no prarabdha kshaya. Just because there is an external situation conducive or not conducive, how do you decide? Just a it's a situation. But situation is conducive means that situation has created a response in you in terms of a giving you pleasure. And the situation you say it is non-conducive, unfavorable, definitely means the situation has created a response in your mind in terms of a suffering, pain, etc. Therefore, so that then only prarabdha kshaya takes place, otherwise not. So definitely, world has a capacity to create in Jnani's mind a response towards the situation in terms of pleasure, pain, etc. Then definitely he must be seeing it as a real. No. He sees mithya. If he sees mithya, then how this kind of a response can come from his mind? Yes. Mithya world cannot create a response in Jnani's mind towards various situations. Okay, then what about that law? Sarva karmani basmasat jnana. Except prarabdha. All karmas have gone. Sanchita has gone off and Agami will not be there because Kartrutvam is not there. But Prarabdha he has to undergo. And that is how he is alive. He is alive because of Prarabdha. And then Prarabdha means all kinds of things are there. Pleasure, pain, everything will be there. So means he is experiencing that. And therefore, then it must be evoking a response from his mind in terms of pleasure, pain. Then if he is experiencing that way, pleasure, pain, then he must be seeing the things real. Seeing mithya, how can it create pleasure, pain? Either way we are in problem. I think you are able to understand what I am saying. Either way. So therefore, so if you say that mithya world loses its capacity to give experience and evoke response from a jnani, then big law of karma is violated. Jivan mukti is not possible. Jivan mukta means prarabdha is there because he is alive. Prarabdha. Prarabdha means sukha dukkha. Sukha dukkha means not just situation. Response. Pleasure, pain. That's a thing. This is Vidyaranya. Anyway, so because we give a definition of bhoga as a sukha dukkha sakshatkara. Sukha dukkha sakshatkara. So experiencing sukha dukkha. Experiencing sukha dukkha. No, Swamiji, in Jnani's mind just experience is there. That's not prarabdha. Experience in terms of pleasure and pain is prarabdha. And therefore, so to explain the statement, we have to accept mithya. Otherwise, the law of karma will be Jivan mukti itself is not possible. Prarabdhasya bhogat kshayaha is not possible. And so we have to accept the mithya world as capable of giving experience and evoke responses. And therefore, Jnani has also bhogat, sukha dukkha bhogat kshayaha. And to give experience and evoke responses, to protect law, we have to accept it. And once we admit that, then, he has a prarabdha, he also undergoes pleasure and pain. Oh, then where is mukti? If object can create an impact in his mind in terms of pleasure and pain, that object must be real in his mind. And therefore, Jnani's, I think there is a doubt. That's how Vishishta Advaiti is distributing sweets now. Jivan Mukti is not possible. Jivan Mukti is not possible. Jivan Mukti means there should not be such a response. Response means you consider Satyam. Definitely. That is how these Vedantins have somehow to attract the people that you can experience the moksha while you are alive. Is all is humbug. It's all humbug. Anyway, So either way we are in clutch. Very, very smart people. Very smart. These people are very smart. But then they have made us smarter. So Vidyarani says, well, world loses its satyatvam even after becoming mithya. World retains the capacity to give experience and evoke responses, physical and emotional, both. Some Vedantins say that just physical response. If he has undergone an operation, surgery, yeah, at a physical level there is a pain, but he doesn't have a emotional pain. But the pain he experiences in the mind, we should understand this very well. You don't experience pain in the leg. That pain reaches here. Yeah, and therefore there is a experience of a pain in the mind of a gnani. That's how gnani sometimes tells, let me go now. The sometimes devotees, they say, no, 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 no. You should be. He said, let me go, it's enough now. Enough of the pain. Yeah, I know you. I'm hinting at someone. I know the story about Akhandanji. That's how I'm saying. Akhandanji also, had a cancer, and all these people were, no, we'll let us take you, or Swamiji will take you to Delhi and we undergo this and operation and that. And he said, it's enough, let me go. He said like that, really. So there is no leg pain. The pain is experienced here. That is prarabdha. That will be there. Oh, then he is experiencing physical pain. Means the body is real for him. How can he say body is mithya, I am satyam, I am atma, sachidananda? How can he say that? So, so prarabdha law basically, even, it retains this, its capacity. Prarabdha law means prarabdha retains its capacity to give you experience and evoke responses. And just because of that, well, now we are answering. Just because of that, you can't equate Gnani as a samsari or Baddha. In the case of Agnani also, well, the Satya world gives experiences and evoke responses. And in the case of Gnani also, Mithya world gives experiences and evoke responses. In both cases, this is same. And in both cases, in case of Jnani and Ajnani, if it is same, then, well, let us equate. No. You can't equate both. How do you explain that? That's what we are ready for it. By appropriate example, and he gives different example, then he gives example of a magic show, etc. later. By appropriate example, we can explain you this. So, like watching movie, etc., person knows it is a fiction. Still, capacity to give a certain experiences and evoke responses. And all kinds of movie people see. People see horror movie. People see tragedy movie. People see comic movies. All kinds of movies they see. And all movies, either horror. Horror means horror, literally. The fellow, with in presence of all the people, got so much fear, sweating, everything, and still, all the movies comes under one heading, and that is entertainment. Okay, so so we never include any movie in a samsara list. There is a list of samsara in which horror movies will be there, tragedy movies will be there, and entertainment movies will be just comic movies. No, no, all are entertainment. So tragedy movie, comedy movie, etc. If Vidyarani asks if all this, the experience of the movie can be classified as an entertainment, if knowing it as a mithya, everyone knows. Everyone knows movie is a mithya, everyone knows. And still it is an entertainment, horror or other. So say then the worldly experiences also should be classified as entertainment once it is understood as a mithya. If experience of a movie can be classified as an entertainment, knowing it as a mithya by all the people, then worldly experience also should be classified as an entertainment, knowing what it as a mithya, understanding it as a mithya. So mithyatva status to that converts samsara into entertainment. Well, and in case of a movie, etc., well, he pays and money and goes to the tragedy movie also. In fact, in a tragedy movie, more people are going somehow. I don't know why, but and horror movies also so a big class of people are there seeing tragedy. I mean, this horror serials. It comes also in the night, 10:30 or something, and people definitely see that. They won't go to sleep. If that is not that they go to sleep, but if that is there, they won't sleep. They will see it and then they go. Yeah, there's a big and there are people who read this kind of novels also, in which there is some suspense and horror and anyway. So basically, thing is, so I mean so they must be getting certain entertainment. So why should a person pays otherwise a money and get this emotional disturbance? So at will, when they read everything, all these kind of things, or see that, experience that, at will they raise their awareness, perception to the higher level, from pratibhasika to the vyavaharika. Understand it is mithya. Same way for jnani, all worldly experiences, all this which create even a response from him, emotions, etc., from him, he knows they are shakeable, raising his awareness from Vyavaharika Ahankara to Sakshi level. Knowing this requires a clarity that I am Sakshi and everything other than this is just an appearance. And therefore, at a Ahankara level, at a Bhokta level, there is an experience. Experience are only experiences. And therefore, the emotion itself also is mithya, which is created as a response, also is mithya. And that is how it doesn't affect. Even though the mithya thing is there, it evokes experiences also, and it doesn't affect him. So, world can give bhoga, but still for a sakshi it is entertainment. So, this is the thing. And Vidyaranya gives a magic show, of course, experience as an experience instead of a movie. So Vidya Jagat apahunun with apa plus nu dhatu is there. So suppose means to negate basically. It's a second conjugation, Atmanipada. So Vidya means this Atma Vidya, suppose this knowledge, apanuvita means negates, Jagat means Jagat Anubhava. Suppose knowledge negates the experience of the world, then definitely, well, then prarabdha ghatini syat. Vidya prarabdha ghatini syat. Suppose knowledge negates the experience of the world and doesn't create even a response in that, then prarabdha ghatini vidya. This jnanam is prarabdha ghatini. Is basically it is destroying prarabdha. And if he destroys prarabdha, then the person would not be alive. No wise person would be there on the earth. So, because prarabdha kshaya cannot take place, and therefore prarabdha will go away, and therefore the law will be violated. So, Vidyaranya does not negate the experience of world. World experience and emotional responses will continue. Only Satyatva Buddhi will go away. Experience continue, same experience continue, same movie will be there for both. One considers as a mithya, other considers as a real. If you consider it as a real, well, there will be further samsara. If you consider it as a mithya, there will not be samsara. The movie is an entertainment for the person who knows it is mithya. Movie is a samsara for the person who doesn't know it as a mithya. That's it. Jnanam is like a sandpaper. It removes a top of thing. Then this will the rest continues. Just some satyatva, that kind of a thing is removed by the sandpaper called self knowledge. That's it. So we should understand, many people, they come to Vedanta and they listen to Vedanta and they feel that Mithyatva means everything will slowly melt down, economy melt down, and this is also is a meltdown. Everything goes away. One person asked me, Swamiji, then everything, the whole world is mithya, everything is mithya, then I will be in like a desert. What will? He has made a big eyes also and asking me, literally. That's how he said, I will attend the class, but I don't want this moksha, etc. Where you are non-dual, there is nothing other than you, and all that you are saying, everything is mithya, means it will go away. Only difference is both are experiencing movie. One knows it is mithya, it is entertainment. One knows it is samsara. One knows it is not mithya, satyam, samsara. So both have an experience and response also. Both are happy in a certain situation. Both are feeling certain pain also. But yet, for one, experiencing pain in the movie is an entertainment. Experiencing horror in the movie is an entertainment. It's an entertainment. And experiencing pleasure also is an entertainment. And for the other one, that whatever is there in the movie is considered as a satyam, then it is no more entertainment. It is no more entertainment. This line we should keep in the mind. Any movie will be an entertainment only for the person who knows what he is going to experience is mithya. Otherwise not possible. So, tadapannavaha natu syat. Entertainment continues for this person, for a jnani. Tadapannavaha natu syat. Well, knowledge does not negate. Apannavaha means negation. Tad, jagat. So, negation of the jagat. Na syat. Knowledge does not negate jagat. Knowledge does not negate the experience of jagat. Knowledge does not negate the responses in the various experience of jagat. Only it negates one thing, satyatva buddhi. So it says here, mayatva bodhena, by knowing mayatva of the world, mithyatva of the world, experiences are not negated. How is it possible? If you ask this question, Vidyaranya presents a new example, Indrajala example, 180. Anapanutya lokaha tadindrajalamidam tviti janantyeva anapanutya bhogam mayatvadhistatha. He gives example of this Indrajalam. Lokaha Indrajalam apanutya. When people watch this magic show, etc., knowing it as unreal, well, it does not negate experience of magic. Apanutya means negating. Anapanutya means not negating. Lokaha, people. People not negating. What? Indrajalam, magic show. So people watch magic show knowing it is unreal, and when they know it is unreal, still it does not negate. That Indrajalam, magic show, does not negate the experience. And therefore, so the knowledge of a mithyatvam does not negate the experience of magic show. Knowledge of a mithyatvam of a magic show does not negate the experience of a magic show. And not only that, does not negate the responses towards the magic show. What responses will be there? There is a response, emotional response. Vismayam, Adbhutatvam. In fact, I don't remember right now, but the last year I saw some magic on that YouTube only, but some new techniques. Old technique, our sarkar and is all gone. This new technique, and literally after experiencing that magic, I felt this is impossible. This is not possible. But that person has that particular experience. What he did, I thought it is impossible. How it is possible? But knowing it as a that this is not possible. Matlab, this is a just a mithya. This is unreal. You can enjoy that. Several new techniques they have brought out. Amazing it is. So anyway, so vismayatvam, emotional response from me it has arisen. So experience of the magic and response also. So people in fact go to the magic show knowing it that it is mithya, still they go in order to create a response in their mind, wonderment. Oh, it's wonder. Oh, it's wonder. Oh, it's wonder. People pay money to create a response from their mind of a wonderment. Knowing clearly, before buying the ticket, they know it is mithya. What he is going, we say also after coming out. Oh, this is all is, hat chalaki, something we were used to telling. So anyway, so idam indrajalam iti jananti eva. The Bhagavad says, idam indrajalam. They say this is all unreal. Iti jananti eva. They know for sure. They continue to have this knowledge that this is all mithya, this is all unreal. So, well, if that is possible for you jnanis, right? All so many jnanis, mithyatva knowledge. Everyone has mithyatva knowledge of a movie and magic show and all. Great jnanis. Whole theatre, 500 jnanis, you won't find. So only kaschit dhiraha pratyega atmanam aikshat ascharyavat pashyati kaschidenam. Otherwise this jnani is a very rare. But this jnani, knowing the mithyatvam of the world which is they are going to experience in the movie or a magic show, knowing very clearly, all jnanis, still they have a response. Experience continues, the response to the experience continues. If this is true, then Jivan Mukti is possible. Otherwise not. Jivan Mukti, the person Jivan Mukta continues, with Prarabdha continues, his experience of the Prarabdha, as per his Prarabdha continues, and the responses towards the various situations in the Prarabdha continues, and yet Jnani has a knowledge, it is mithya. And if it is mithya and it is just at the level of ahankara, well, nothing can touch Jnani. If he is established, I am a Sakshi. Nothing can touch. Even though outwardly he expresses, say, condolence and wonderment and so much of joy and all, he is a great actor, really speaking. Great actor. Every jnani is a great actor. Should be, all these awards should be given to him. Whole life is for him Indrajalam, entertainment. That is why they describe. For Jivan Mukta, the whole life is Indrajalam. Maya viva vidrumbhayatyapi maha yogiva yasvechaya tasmai shri gunumurtai namaidam. So anything, because why Indrajalam? This Indrajalam he has not created. Yes, he has not created, absolutely. But he knows that this is a magic created by a greater magician. So Mayavi iti. Dakshinamurti is called Mayavi there in Dakshinamurti Stotram by Shankaracharya ji. Or Mahayogi. Like a Mayavi creates the world of a magic, this Ishvara is a greater Mayavi has created this. How can you say, Swamiji, but this is Maya? I will give you one example, you will understand immediately. Everything exists in a space. Tell me where space exists. It gives a wonder, right? Everything exists in space. Then where space exists? When Bhagavan created the space, he should have a space to locate the space. When you create anything, you already have a space. Then okay, Bhagavan creates a space. Then to accommodate that space, he should have already some space. And if that space is there to create this, to accommodate this space, then that space also must have created by Bhagavan before. Then that space is space number 2 is created by whom? By Ishvara. And that space is accommodated in the space number 3. What are you saying? What are you saying? Now give answer. Simple answer. We are talking about this Vyavaharik world. Is this not a wonder? No. There is no wonder. Why wonder? Well, there is no wonder. The space is accommodated in Brahman. Brahman is one without second. Very space. If you say Brahman is one without second, then you cannot say the space and Brahman. No. Space is accommodated in Maya. So do you think Maya is an entity? Yeah, Maya is an entity. Maya is located in what? Brahman. But Brahman is one without second. Where is space? Space is not in space. Space is not in Brahman. Where is space? Try to find an answer, I am telling you. So, Brahman, Sajatiya Swagata, Sajatiya Vijatiya Swagata Bheda Rahita. So, there is nothing called Maya in Brahman also. We have seen that, no, I am sorry. In Vivek Chudamani it comes. In Gujarati class we saw that. Anyway, so that is Maya. Whole creation is Indrajalam. Whole creation. Indrajalam here means Bhagavan's trap actually. Indrajalam, Indra means is Parmeshwara. In Veda, Parmeshwara is called Indra. And this Jalam means its trap. The whole world is a trap of Ishvara. Indro Mayabihi Pururupahi Iyate. You know, Shveta Upanishad talks. Indraha Mayabihi. With his Maya, well, Pururupaha. Bahurupaha Kriyate. Iyate. Anyway, so Gnani understood Ishvara as a magician and he experiences this Indrajalam day in and day out. He experiences this Indrajalam and have a entertainment, free entertainment. Tatha mayatvadihi bhogam anapanutya vartate. So it is possible to know mayatvadihi, means it is possible to know the unreality of this external world without causing the disappearance of the or cessation of the enjoyments. Or if he knows well that it is unreal, then it does not mean that he will not experience the world. He experiences the world and responses also to the experiences also will be there. Okay. Verse 181. Yatra tvasya jagat svatma pashyet kastatra kenakam kim jigret kim vaded veti shrutau tu bahugoshitam. Purapakshi is not, is not going to give up. He brings a question here. He says Jnanam will not remove experience given by this duality, Dvaita Anubhava, etc., Dvaita Bhoga, etc. And you say Jnanam removes the notion only that it is real. But that is not actually the opinion of the Shruti. He says, I will show you various Shrutis which clearly reveals that Jnani will not have experience of Dvaita, means world. Will not have. There will not be experience of world at all once the Jnanam comes. Means you are clear, I am Atma. Very that moment the experience of the world stops. There is a question of experience, prarabdha and etc. Experience in body. Body is part of the world. Experience of the body goes away. Experience of mind goes away. Experience of senses go away. And experience of the external world also goes away. Experience of hunger, thirst, everything goes away. Everything goes away. Very clearly Shastra says, he says. So, well, Upanishad says very clearly, Jnani won't see second thing, Jnani won't hear second thing, Jnani won't smell second thing. The very Triputi itself is not there. Dvaitam itself is not there. If Triputi is not there, experience will not take place. If there is no knower, where is the knowledge, etc.? Where there is no seer, where is experience of color, etc., form? Where is experience of seeing? When there is no hearer, where is experience of hearing? Who says so? Upanishad says. He says. He says Upanishad is talking about this. Upanishad negates not Dvaita Satyatvam. That is all right. Upanishad does not negate Dvaita Satyatvam merely, but Upanishad also negates Dvaita Anubhava for this wise person. Abba. How do you say so? He says, I will quote. So, and first negation, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Maitreya Brahmanam, two places it comes. Maitreya Brahmanam is there in two places, in second chapter and fourth chapter. So 2, 4, 14, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, and 4, 5, 15. Both the places, this is very clearly told. What is told? Yatrava asya sarvam atma eva abhut tat kenakam jigret kenakam pashyet kenakam shrunuyat tat kenakam abhivadet tat kenakam manvita tat kenakam vijaniyat yadi anedam sarvam vijanati, etc., etc. But this much part is very crucial. Yatra va asya jnaninaha. For this jnani, sarvam atma eva abhut. For him, everything has become atma now. Entire world. Kenakam jigret. How, I mean, who will smell what with what? Kena, with what? Come, what? And kenakam jigret. So, by who will smell what with what? Who smells? Means there is no smeller. And what he smells means the object of smelling, gone. Subject, gone. Kena, by what he smells, means there is no instrument also of smelling. Means the entire Triputi is gone. If Triputi is not there, where is experience of smelling? Where is experience of smelling? For whom? Yatra tu asya atma eva abhut, for this jnani. So not just Dvaita Mithyatvam he knows. Very Dvaita Anubhava also will not be there. And then other things are there. Kenakam jigret, kenakam pashyet, kenakam shrunuyat, kenakam abhivadet. By what? I mean, who will speak what by what? Who will see what by what? Triputi. Who, what, by what? Who, subject. What, object. By what? Instrument. Triputi. Triputi is essential for experience. The very seer is not there. No experience. Seer is there and object of seeing is not there. Not possible. And therefore, this is one. Maitreya Brahman talks about this negation of Dvaita Anubhava for the wise person. And same idea has been talked in Ishavasya also. Yasmin sarvani bhutani atma eva abhut tatra ko mohaha kashokaha ekatvam anupashyatah. Yasmin sarvani bhutani atma eva bhut. For the person, for this person, Entire creation has become Atma now. Ko mohaha, kashokaha. No emotional disturbance at all, no response. That's what we were telling you. You are not listening to us. That there will not be experience, Brihadaranyaka says. And further, we remember you told that experience also will be there, and accordingly, response to the situation also experience will be there. Response also is not possible. Tatra ko mohaha, kashokaha. Shoka, moha means all emotional disturbances. Where is that? If response will not be there, means experience will not be there. Experience will bring a relevant emotion from your mind. Therefore, Ishavasya clearly says no emotional response for this person. Sarvam Atma eva abhut, for this Jnani. And Brihadaranyaka negates very experience by negating the Triputi. Jnani sees only Brahman, 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 Brahman. And just when he sees Brahman, 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 then no response. Jnani sees some object, oh, pleasure. Sees some object, then pain. So, but he sees Brahman, 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 Brahman. And therefore, no sukham, no dukkham, no pleasure, no pain. Wow, wonderful. Then third, these are all very powerful statements, huh? Very powerful. So popular. For Jivan Mukti, this is a description of a Jivan Mukta. Brihadaranyaka, then this Ishavasya, and now Chandogya. Our standard 7:24:1. Bhuma Vidya, right? 7th chapter, 24th Khanda. First mantra. Yatra nanyat pashyati, nanyat shrunoti, nanyat vijanati sabhuma. Atha yatra anyat pashyati, anyat shrunoti, anyat vijanati, tadalpam. If you see something different from you, if you hear something different from you, if you know something different from you, tadalpam. He doesn't know Bhuma. He doesn't know Brahman. Means he is not a Jnani. Whereas Jnani, yatra nanyat pashyati, nanyat shrunoti, na anyat shrunoti, na anyat vijanati, na anyat pashyati. This Jnani doesn't see other than himself. Jnani does not hear other than himself. Jnani does not know anything other than himself. It means no experience. Experience. No experience. That's what it is. And therefore, Triputi is negated. Where Triputi is negated, no experience can take place. Triputi comes, experience comes. Therefore, what you are giving a sandpaper example, and what were you saying? What were you saying? He's asking me. Sandpaper. The experience continues. But that satyatva, that has gone by this sandpaper called self-knowledge. What are you talking? Lot of things. Kim vadet, kim abhivadet, etc. also is there. Means subject, object, instrument all gone. Triputi negation. And therefore for Jnani, Advait Anubhava, is there. We can say Advait Anubhava is there. Dvait Anubhava should not be there. Okay? So I should not see all of you. Okay? Cataract. Ajnana timirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurun militan. In fact, Guru removes cataract and make your vision better. This fellow says that Guru makes you blind because you don't see anything. Amazing it is. In this manner, Shrutau tu bahu goshitam. Shrutau bahu goshitam means various Ishavasya, Chandogya, Brihadaranyaka. It has been stated in many places. This is Purva Pakshi's quotation, and is in terms, he has a doubt this, that there will not be Dvaita Anubhava. And he continues in the next verse also. Let's read that. Tena dvaitam apanutya vidyodeti na chanyatha tatha cha vidusho bhogaha katham syaditi chet shunu. Tena, Purapakshi says, Tena karanena. Well, because of this, means Jnanam requires Advaita Anubhava, there Advaita experience should not be there, etc. With Jnanam, Dvaitam is permanently negated. During Jnanam and after Jnanam, well, Dvaita Anubhava should not be there. So, Jnanam can take place. Then how will Jnanam take place? Jnanam takes place, we thought, in a waking state. Waking state means we listen so many things, we see so many things, we talk so many things, so much of things, and then we taste various things. All this thing will continue. And if this thing will continue, then knowledge will not take place. In knowledge takes place means just you there is Advaita Anubhava. Either you see Brahman, 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 you hear Brahman, 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 you taste Brahman, 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 you smell Brahman, Brahman, Brahman. If you see, no, I see this, I hear his words, I see this person, I eat this food, I don't eat that fruit, means you are seeing something different. You should say, I eat Brahman, I see Brahman, I see Brahman, I hear Brahman, I smell Brahman. Then you are on the right path. If you say that I eat this chawal rice, chawal and dal, chawal rice, see, this is problem. Chawal and dal means yatra na anyat pashyati, na anyat shrunoti, sabhuma. Then how will I gain this Advaita Jnanam now? Waking state I thought, but waking state, all duality and all triputi is present. That is a waking state. Dream state also is like that. But then I thought, let me go to deep sleep state, but there triputi itself goes. How will I get Jnana? Well, there is one place where one particular state of experience where triputi will not be there, and where you are awake also, not sleeping, and that is Nirvikalpaka Samadhi. This is how we were talking you since many days. Go to Nirvikalpaka state in Samadhi, have a Ashtanga Yoga. Otherwise, this Dvaitam will not go. Dvaita Anubhava will continue. And Shastra says if Dvaita Anubhava is there, no Jnanam. Because Jnani means what? Yatra nanyat pashyati, nanyat shrunoti. Dvaitam apanutya. Only after negation of this Dvaita Anubhava, means Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Vidya Udeti. This Advaita Anubhava, Advaita Jnanam can arise. Nacha anyatha. Not in any other manner. So his contention is, during Jagrata Avastha, there is no question of this Advaita Jnanam because Dvaita Anubhava is there. And suppose you may get a Dvaita Jnanam, correct? Advaita Jnanam, so you will get in Jagrata Avastha, teacher will be there and the Shastra will be there. You get Advaita Jnanam, but that is Paroksha Jnanam. That Paroksha Jnanam turns into Aparoksha Jnanam. Knowing, you want to know Nirvikalpaka Atma, then gain that Paroksha Jnanam in Jagrata Avastha. Then go to Nirvikalpaka Samadhi. You will realize, I am in Nirvikalpaka. If Dvaita Anubhava goes, take it as Aparoksha Jnanam. So Jagrata Avastha is not wrong. Take Jnanam. Will be Paroksha Jnanam only. Tathacha, therefore, Vidushaha Bhogaha Katham Syat. He came back. He said, how come wise person has a prarabdha bhoga? I was telling you since long. He will not have any kind of a sukha dukha anubhava. You are not agreeing with me. He will not have any response also. I was telling you, but you are not understanding. Iti chet. Vidyaranya says, if such a question is asked, Shunu, my friend, well, I will give you answer. I will give you answer in the next class. Two answers. Yeah. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.